Fine, let's start. So yesterday we were discussing for loop, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I see. Yeah, in this yesterday we were discussing the for loop. So we have seen for loop, we have seen for with else combination, and I think we also seen nested for loop, right? Yes. Okay. So let me, yeah. So this was a nested for loop example which we have seen, right? So I think in the last we were discussing nested for loop. Uh, so just give you a recap on the nested for loop. So if you are having for I in some iterator, and then you if you have for j in some iterator too, if you have some functions, then for each item in this iterator, so if this iterator is having items, let's say a b c, and if this iterator is having item x y z, then for each item in this iterator, for let's say a whole, this for loop gets executed. That means for a, for this a, the whole loop, the second loop, like x y z gets iterated, and again next b, x y z gets iterated. That means first it will for a, here it will iterate for x this whole thing, and then y the whole thing, and for z the whole thing. That means for each item in first for loop, the whole second for loop gets executed. Then it goes to the second item in the first for loop, it will take b, and then again with this b it will iterate the second for loop again. That means with this b it will iterate for x, with b y b z. Then again with c it should iterate for x y z. Okay, x y z. Okay, is nested for loop clear, guys? Critically.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For I in BCD, but J in 1, 2, 3, print I plus J. Okay. Now can you answer me what this is going to print? Or you can put it in the chat, because you said you understood nested for loop, right? So let's see.
ABCD 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, Srijan ಗಟ್ಟಿ point
ABCD 1, 2, 3.
BCD 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are you saying? Let's say BCD 1, 2, 3. Why? What will happen to this A?
We are not using any range function, and it was a string notion.
Okay. You, Meghana?
ABCD 1, 2, 3.
ABC, I said ABCD 1, 2, 3, sir. BCD of
Okay.
Sir, I said A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Shall I print? Oh, is it printing wrong? It should print ABCD, right? Guys, just now I have told, right? So just now what I have told. See what is this explanation is about? When you are having an iterator for every item in first iterator, it will execute all the items in second iterator, right? Did you understand that theory?
Sir,
Yes
you
or no?
said person we have to use indexing concept, no, sir.
String concept, string కూడా iterator కదా. See, did you understand? నేను ఏమంటున్నా, మీకు ఇది అర్థమైంది కదా. ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ ఫర్ ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ ఉంటే, నెక్స్ట్ ఫర్ జే ఇన్ సెకండ్ సీక్వెన్స్ ఉంటే, ఈ సీక్వెన్స్ లో ఉన్న ప్రతి ఐటమ్ కి ఇది కంప్లీట్ గా రన్ అవుతుంది, మళ్ళీ సెకండ్ ఐటమ్ కంప్లీట్ గా రన్ అవుతుంది. ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ క్లియరా?
ఎస్ సార్, అది
ఓకే.
అర్థమైంది.
అదైతే ఇప్పుడు చూడు, మళ్ళీ స్ట్రింగ్ అయితే చూడు, ఇప్పుడు నార్మల్ గా నేను సింపుల్ గా ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ సమ్ డేటా అని ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నా. ఓకే, నేను ప్రింట్ ఐ అని చేస్తున్నా. ఓకే, ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది? జస్ట్ గెస్ చేయండి, ఏం ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది అనుకుంటున్నావు?
DATA.
DATA.
అంటే లైన్ గా ప్రింట్ అవుతుందా? డిఏటిఏ లేకుంటే డి నెక్స్ట్ ఏ నెక్స్ట్ టి నెక్స్ట్ ఏ అలా ప్రింట్ అవుతుందా?
One
DAT.
character in each line.
కరెక్ట్, డిఏటిఏ కదా. అంటే ఏంటి? ఇది సీక్వెన్సే కదా. నౌ డిఏటిఏ నౌ డిఏటిఏ అనేది ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ లాగా తీసుకుంటుంది కదా. స్ట్రింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇటరబుల్ కదా. ఎస్టర్డే మనం ఏం చెక్ చేసాం? స్ట్రింగ్ ఈజ్ ఇటరబుల్, కానీ ఇంటీజర్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఇటరబుల్. అదే నువ్వు ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ 1 2 3 ప్రింట్ చేస్తే అదే ప్రింట్ కాలే. గుర్తుందా?
ఎస్ సార్.
సి ఐ విల్ షో. సి ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ 1 2 3 ప్రింట్ ఐ, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ప్రింటింగ్ బికాస్ ఇంటీజర్ అనేది ఇటరబుల్ కాదు, ఎందుకంటే ఇండెక్సబుల్ కాదని మనం చెక్ చేసినాం. స్ట్రింగ్ అనేది సబ్స్క్రిప్టబుల్, ఇటరబుల్, ఇది సీక్వెన్స్. ఇది సీక్వెన్స్ అయినప్పుడు అదేంటి, దీంట్లో ఇటరేట్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఎవ్రీ టైం దాంట్లో ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఏది తీసుకుంది? డి తీసుకుంది. ఓకే ఫైన్. ఇప్పుడు దీని కింద నేను ఇంకొక ఫర్ లూప్ పెడితే, ఫర్ జే ఇన్ ఓకే సమ్ మౌస్ అని పెడితే ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఇందాక నేను చెప్పిన కాన్సెప్టే కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 2 లూప్స్ అయిపోయినాయి కదా. ఒక డిఏడిఏ అయిపోయింది, ఒకటి మౌజ్ అయింది. కరెక్ట్? అంటే ఏంటి? ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ లూప్ అయింది, ఇది సెకండ్ ఫర్ లూప్ అయింది కదా. సో ఇందాక మనం డిస్కస్ చేసిన కాన్సెప్ట్ ప్రకారం ఫర్ ఈచ్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఆర్ ఐటమ్ ఇన్ ఫస్ట్ ఫర్ లూప్, ఆల్ ద క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ ఫర్ లూప్ అనేది ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావాలి కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్లీ ఎక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ వచ్చింది ఒకసారి నాకు చెప్పండి ఎగ్జాక్ట్. నేను అది క్లియర్ చేస్తాను, ఎందుకంటే మీకు కాన్సెప్ట్ అది అర్థమైంది. ఓకే, ఇది ఫర్ లూప్ కాంబినేషన్ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుందో అర్థమైంది, అది నాకు అర్థమైంది. బట్ ఇది మీరు ఏబిసిడి 1 2 3 వస్తుందని ఎందుకు అనుకున్నారు ఒకసారి నాకు చెప్పండి. అంటే ఇది కంప్లీట్లీ ఇది ఏబిసిడి అనేది ఒక పార్ట్ అనుకున్నారా?
Yes, sir. అది
Yes,
మొత్తం
sir.
ఉంటది అని అనుకున్నాను.
ఓకే
అంటే
ఓకే
స్ట్రింగ్ లాగా మొత్తం ఒకటేసారి కన్సిడర్
ఓకే
చేస్తారు.
ఓకే ఫైన్ గాట్ ఇట్. నో అయితే ఏబిసిడి అనేది స్ట్రింగ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ ఇటరేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, నువ్వు ఫర్ లూప్లో మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఎప్పుడు మీకు హోల్ రాదు. ఓకే, అందుకే లూప్ చేస్తాం. స్ట్రింగ్ ఉంటే ఏబిసిడి ఉంటుంది కదా, మీకు ఎప్పుడు ఈచ్ క్యారెక్టర్ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, మీకు లిస్ట్లో 1 2 3 ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈచ్ క్యారెక్టర్ వస్తుంది, ఓన్లీ 1 వస్తుంది. ఓకే, టపుల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు జస్ట్ 1 క్యారెక్టర్ వస్తుంది లూప్లో. ఓకే, అది మీరు పర్మనెంట్గా అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. లూపింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మీకు ఓన్లీ 1 ఎలిమెంట్ వస్తుంది, అందుకే ఐ అని యూజ్ చేస్తారు. ఈ ఐ అనేది ఎవ్రీ టైం ఫస్ట్ ఐ అనేది ఏ అవుతుంది, నెక్స్ట్ బి అవుతుంది. దీంట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు 1 2 3 అవుతుంది. టప్పులు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈచ్ ఎలిమెంటే తీసుకుంటుంది. ఓకే, ఐ థింక్ లిస్ట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మీకు ఒక లిస్ట్ ఉంటే మీరు 1 2 3 అని అనుకుంటుంటే, బట్ స్ట్రింగ్లో ఐ థింక్ యూ థాట్ దట్ ఇట్ విల్ కన్సిడర్ హోల్ యాజ్ 1 ఎంటిటీ, రైట్? ఓకే ఫైన్. బట్ సి మనం ఫర్ లూప్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం అంటేనే ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఇస్తున్నామో దట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్లీ ఏ ఇటరేటర్. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ క్లియర్లీ indexable. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ ఇండెక్స్. మీకు అలా డౌట్ వస్తే మీకు సింపుల్గా ఏమనుకోవాలంటే, లూప్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఏది వస్తుంది, ఫస్ట్ ఇండెక్స్ వస్తుంది. అంటే మీకు ఏదైతే ఇస్తున్నారో సీక్వెన్స్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ సీక్వెన్స్ ఎస్ అనుకుంటే దాంట్లో ఫస్ట్ టైం S0 వస్తుంది, సెకండ్ టైం S1 వస్తుంది, ఓకే, థర్డ్ టైం S2 వస్తుంది, అలా లూప్ అవుతుంది. సో అప్పుడు ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ ఏబిసిడి అయితే S0 ఎంత? S0 ఎంత గైస్?
S0 A.
ఓకే, S1
B.
B.
ఓకే, S. సో మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా డౌట్ వస్తే మీరు ఇండెక్సింగ్లో థింక్ చేయండి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఇది కంప్లీట్లీ ఒకటే అని అనుకుంటున్నారు కదా, ఆ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ రావద్దంటే ఈ ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ ఏబిసిడి అంటే ఎవ్రీ టైం ఐ ఏ వాల్యూ తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే ఫస్ట్ టైం ఐ ఈక్వల్ టు, ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ టైం ఐ ఈక్వల్ టు S0, నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఐ ఈక్వల్ టు S1, నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఐ ఈక్వల్ టు S2. ఓకే, సో ఇండెక్సింగ్ ఫస్ట్ ఇండెక్స్, సెకండ్ ఇండెక్స్, థర్డ్ ఇండెక్స్, ఓకే, ఫోర్త్ ఇండెక్స్. ఓకే, సో ఇట్లాంటి ఇండెక్స్ తీసుకుంటుంది ఇది. క్లియర్? సేమ్ థింగ్ గోస్ ఫర్ 1 2 3. 1 2 3 ఇక్కడ చూస్తే యాక్చువల్ ఓన్లీ నేను 1 2 3 ఇస్తే అది ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది, ఎందుకంటే ఇంటీజర్ ఇస్ నాట్ సబ్స్క్రిప్టబుల్ కదా. బట్ నేను కోట్స్లో పెడుతున్నా అంటే ఇది స్ట్రింగే కదా. గెటింగ్? నాట్ గెటింగ్?
So,
Yes, sir. Understood.
యా, సో 1 2 3 ఇప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ కాబట్టి ఈ 1 2 3 మళ్ళీ ఇది ఇంకొక సీక్వెన్స్. ఓకే, ఇది నేను ఏ లూప్తో ఇటరేట్ చేస్తున్నా, సెకండ్ లూప్తో ఇటరేట్ చేస్తున్నా, దాంట్లో ఏ క్యారెక్టర్ తీసుకుంటున్నా, జే. నౌ ఫస్ట్ టైం జే ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి? జే అంటే దీంట్లో ఫస్ట్ ఇండెక్స్, దట్ మీన్స్ ఇది S0లో ఏమవుతుంది?
one. Yeah.
నెక్స్ట్ టైం S1,
1 2
S2,
3.
3. ఓకే, అంటే ఫస్ట్ దాంట్లోనేమో మనకి ABCD వస్తుంది, దాంట్లో సెకండ్లో 1 2 3 ఉంది. ఓకే, ఇది యాక్చువల్గా ప్రింట్ కావాల్సింది, బట్ మనం రెండు కంబైన్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇందాక మనం చూసిన దాని ప్రకారం ఫస్ట్ ఎలిమెంట్, ఫస్ట్ లూప్లో ఫస్ట్ ఐటమ్తోని కంప్లీట్ లూప్ ఇటరేట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, అంటే ఏతోని 1, ఏతోని 2, ఏతోని 3, దట్ మీన్స్ A1 A2 A3. ఓకే, as you can see A1 A2 A3. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఈ సెకండ్ లూప్లో ఐటమ్స్ అన్ని ఫినిష్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ స్విచ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద ఫస్ట్ లూప్. ఓకే, దెన్ వీ హ్యావ్ B, దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ B, ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ ఇన్సైడ్ అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ద హోల్ లూప్ B1 B2 B3. ఓకే, B1 B2 B3 done. Second loop got exhausted, finished, again it will go back to main loop C, again C1 C2 C3, C1 C2 C3, next D1 D2 D3, D1 D2 D3. Clear? Now let me know. So let me know if there are any questions, but make sure you understand clearly. Tell me.
So understood.
Okay, Nikhila, you got the concept? Let me know if you have any doubts, Nikhila.
Yeah. No, Santosh, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, so now if I say 1 2 3 4 5 6, if I say I into J, what will be the answer? Okay, I plus J, what will be the answer?
One 4 1 5 1 6 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 2 6.
Okay. Others, do you agree or do you have any differences with Siri?
No, that is correct. No, actually,
Tell Nikhil, actually.
I think it will.
Yeah, tell me where you thought it will print differently. We'll see.
Okay, you put it as I plus j. Okay, it is correct. I
Okay.
thought it is I into j.
Okay, okay. Yeah, correct. So now if I say I into j, what will be the answer?
I into j, it will be okay.
Okay, no. First tell me, can be if I multiply like 4 a string into another string, what will be the answer?
Error.
4, 2, 3.
Okay, now wait. Somebody said error, somebody said 4 2. Who said error?
Means Megan.
Meghana, right? Okay. Nikki, what you said? Error.
No.
4 2. Okay, Siri. Siri sleeping.
No, I think answer will be 44.
Okay.
44 or 8. When we give two strings, the right side, this 2 will become as in number, right? Is it no?
No. How is it when we are giving a string of 4 into string of 2? How this 2 will become number? It will not become a number, Nikki, because both are strings, right? So you cannot multiply two strings because
Okay.
it's like I said, it's like mango into orange. What does that mean? No sense, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we cannot multiply two strings. You can add two strings. So if you do add is just concatenating. So it will concatenate both. But if you want to multiply, it doesn't know what to do. Okay. But what you said, I understood. So that will work. Yes, Siri, error. So what you said is this. Okay. So when I do with this string into integer multiplication, then it works. Okay. So now,
Okay. But we have to give it as integer, like it will not convert the string into integer. Only if we give as integer, like how you
yes,
remove the quotes, then
yes,
only, okay.
yes, correct. Yeah, because correct. So because when it is looping, first if it takes one, so obviously that one is a string one. It
Yeah.
cannot do typecasting by itself. It will just loop whatever it is there. It will take one character from that, but it cannot change the data type.
Okay.
Okay. So now, yeah. So now if I say, guys, everybody should answer. Okay. So now if I say 2 into I, okay, comma, 2 into, okay, plus 2 into j. Yeah, can you tell me? Like everybody, just give a try what it will print. Come on, guys, just think. Yeah,
246.
1, 1.
yeah. Okay, Nikki, you said 246. Okay, series, you said
1144.
okay.
It's continue like that, sir. 1155, 11.
Okay, 1166. Okay. Next, Meghna, would you like to give it a try?
It's 1144, 1155, 1166.
Okay. Right. So if I print, so 114411. Perfect. It's very good. I hope now you got the concept, Nikhil, Meghna, Sirisha. Nikhil, yeah, I understood you when you why you said 4246 because you said you thought this 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 4. Okay, but now just now we discussed that this 2 is an integer, but what is this I? I is string 1. Okay, so it will be
Okay.
1 1, right? Just like here 4 into 2 is 4 4, not 8.
Okay.
Next this will be 2 into 2. Okay, then it will be 2 2. Okay, now in j, in the j you are taking 2 into what is j first time j will be
4.
4, so it will be
Okay.
not 8, 44. Okay,
Okay.
so here it will be 33 and here will be 55 and 66. So the output will be first loop repeat all second loop, so 1144 1155 1166. Okay,
Okay.
then 2244 2255 2266. Okay, 3344 3355 3366. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that's with the nested for loop, but we will see few more examples later. Okay, but yeah, can I consider that we understood nested for loop and nested for loop, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. So next thing what we are going to see is a while loop. Okay, now yeah, so first we'll see what does while loop mean. So while loop in Python is used to iterate over a block of code as long as the test expression is true. Okay, the only difference between the while loop and for loop is for loop, see, for loop will iterate in a sequence. As long as you have some items in this sequence, it will iterate. Okay, if the items are finished, then it will stop iterating. Okay, but coming to while loop, okay, while loop you will have a condition. You need to write the condition over here. Okay, as long as this condition is true, it will execute. Okay, as long as this condition equal to true, okay, the while loop keeps on executing. Okay, that is a fundamental difference you need to understand. For loop you need to give a sequence. Okay, and it will execute in the sequence, it will loop through the sequence. But for the while loop you just need to give a condition. Okay, and it will execute first time, it will execute. Okay, first time it will execute the loop, then it will see, you have a while. I'm just giving you a basic idea. So you have a while loop and you are saying condition. Okay, and you are writing something. Okay, first time it will check the condition. Okay, it has executed. After that it will come here, check condition. If it is true, again execute. If it is true, again execute. Like that it will, whenever it is false, if it third fourth time if it is false, then it will come out of this while loop. Okay, so it's based on the condition. So as long as the condition is true, the while loop keeps on executing. Okay, so that's the basic functionality of while loop. Now we'll see. Yeah, so we generally use this loop when we don't know beforehand the number of times to iterate. Correct. So as you have seen in for loop, in a for loop, when you're saying for I in, just now we have seen like data. Okay, we clearly know for how many times it will execute. How many times it will execute? 4 times. DATA, 4 times we know. But let's say you don't know how many times you want to execute, but your execution is depending just on the condition, right? If this condition value is, let's say, 10, I don't know when I'm going to get 10. Okay, I can get it in first iteration, I can get it in third iteration, I can get it in 10th iteration, I can get any time, but I don't know when I'm going to get. But if I get that my condition equal to 10, then you stop executing. Okay, in that case you cannot loop through a particular sequence because you don't know like when your sequence is going to end. Then you need to go by condition. So you are putting a condition over here. Okay, and you will write whatever the code you want, and every time it will check this condition. And if this condition is equal to 10, for example, so if you write I equal to 10, okay, for example, if you have I equal to 10, okay, as long as the I equal to 10, it runs. Okay, sometimes if the I is 11, when the condition is false, and it will come out of the while loop. Okay, so it executes only till this condition is true. Okay, in while loop the test expression is checked first. Okay, the body of the loop is entered only if the test expression evaluates to true. That means while you will write condition, so that expression or condition will be checked first, and if it is true, it enters. After one iteration, the test expression is checked again. Okay, that means what, you will write something inside the while body. Okay, first it will check this condition. If it is true, it will come and enter. It will execute all this. After that, this is one iteration, right? After one iteration, it will retest the expression. It will come back, check the condition again. Okay, so then it is checked again. This process continues until the test expression evaluates to false. Okay, until this test expression is evaluating to false, this will continue. When it is evaluated to false, then it will stop. Okay, in Python, the body of the while loop is determined through indentation. Okay, body starts with indentation, and first unindented line marks the end. That means, see, wherever you are having indentation, that means we have this space, everything will be considered the while body. So if you write something at the same level of while, if you're writing some print, so that means this is coming out of the while loop. So this is not out of the while loop. Python interprets any non-value as 0, none, and 0 is interpreted false. This we have already seen, right? Any non-value is treated as 0, and 0 and none or empty string. So these are considered as false. Okay. Now, but the point here is, now you should understand, see what we are doing ikkada, while condition true antunnam kada, while condition equal to true, manamu enter ayi we are executing. Okay, the first iteration tarvata what we are doing, we are coming here and checking the condition again. So that means what, if you think about it, after one iteration, you are coming and checking the condition again, ante that condition should get updated inside the while loop, right? ఈ కండిషన్ అనేది somewhere it should get updated over here. Only then this condition will change, right? ఒకవేళ ఈ కండిషన్ అనేది ఈ వైల్ బాడీలో అప్డేట్ కాకపోతే, ఫస్ట్ ఏ వాల్యూ అయితే ఇస్తావో ఎప్పుడు అదే వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది కదా, నీకు చేంజే కాదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ i ఈక్వల్ టు i, నేను ఫర్ సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఫర్ i గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఓకే, i లెస్ దెన్ 10 అని ఇచ్చాను అనుకో. Okay, so if I give i less than 10, okay, and let's say I'm starting i equal to 0, then start this value. Okay, I am printing, okay, hello, good morning. Okay, see, try to understand this carefully. First time I equal to 0 and start this, my condition is I less than 10. That means as long as my I value is less than 10, execute this while loop. Okay, execute this while loop. Clear? Ante, see, as long as this I equal to less than 10 annappudu, first time 0 undi, 0 is less than 10, true, it will enter inside. Okay, it is enter inside. Now I equal to 0. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ టైం ఎంటర్ అయినప్పుడు ఐ వాల్యూ ఎంత, 0. దట్ ఈస్ ఫైన్. దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ ప్రింట్ దిస్, దట్ ఈస్ ఫైన్. నౌ వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ ఆఫ్టర్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, ఇట్ విల్ గో బ్యాక్ అండ్ చెక్ ద కండిషన్. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ బ్యాక్ హియర్, నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఐ,
0.
0. Again it will check 0, less than 10, true, it will come inside, it will print, it will come back. What is the value of I now?
0 only, sir.
0, right? So that means you should understand, when you are checking this in while loop, when you are checking for a condition, okay, and you are checking to stop the while loop, this condition should be false. Okay, that means this condition, whatever you are writing, should be updated somewhere in the body of while loop. Okay, only when it is updating somewhere, appude there will be some change in the condition, and there are chances that this condition can be equal to false. Agree? Miru ippudu ikkadne, if I am not updating, as you can see, this is called infinite loop. Okay, this is called infinite loop. The other day when I was preparing this notebook, right, so just to show you, so I did not update. Okay, similarly, So it will fall into infinite loop. Then my system gets stuck. Okay, so that means whole your memory gets filled up and you cannot stop it. So it will keep on running. Your hard disk will, RAM, everything gets filled up. So it had happened multiple times. So in while loop, you should be bit careful so that you don't fall into this small, what I would say, pitfall. Okay, so ఎందుకంటే మీరు ఇటరేట్ చేయకపోతే వైల్ లూప్ మెంటాలిటీ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే as long as this condition is true, it should run no matter how many times. ఎందుకంటే for loop లాగా we are not giving a sequence, fixed sequence. It does not care about anything. Condition true, run, that's it, blindly it will run. సో ఈ పర్టికులర్ సినారియోలో మనం y equal 10 అని ఇచ్చి ఓకే మనం అప్డేట్ చేయకపోతే ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ చెక్స్ 1 lakh or 1 crore time, the I while will be always 0. So this condition is always true forever. That means this while loop will run forever. That means as long as your మీ మెమరీ మీ 500 GB ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ఫిల్ అయ్యే వరకు ఆర్ సిస్టమ్ స్ట్రక్ హ్యాంగ్ అయ్యే వరకు ఇట్ విల్ కీప్ ఆన్ రన్నింగ్. Okay, so that you should be little careful. So while you are running while loop, right? So but the important concept is, that's why for this, if you are writing condition, that means that condition should get updated somewhere in the body of while loop. Okay, so that's one concept. Second concept is, the main concept is, as we have seen, the while loop is used when you don't know, I don't know how many times I want to execute, but my execution will just depend on a condition. Okay, as long as this condition is true, I just want to run it no matter how many times. Okay, once it is condition is false, I just want to execute out of this. Clear? Is the theory clear, guys? Let me know, feel free, let me know if the theory is not that clear, or if you're having any doubts, or మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఒకసారి చదివి ఉంటే దాంట్లో ఏదైనా పాయింట్స్ ఇక్కడ మిస్ అయితే ఆర్ ఇంకేదైనా గుర్తొస్తే జస్ట్ లెట్ మీ నో, ఆర్ ఇఫ్ ద వైల్ థియరీ పార్ట్ ఇస్ క్లియర్. Okay, then I think you are clear. Fine. So now we'll see some examples. Okay, for example, let's see here. Now I'm initializing n equal to 10. Okay, I'm initializing n equal to 10. Okay, then sum equal to 0, I equal to 1. Now when I'm saying while I less than or equal to n, okay, so while I less than or equal to n, sum equal to sum plus I equal to, see, let's see what it happens. So first, what is I is 1, 1 is less than or equal to n, what is n? 10. Okay, yeah, condition is true, then it will enter. Okay, then it is entered. After enter, what we are doing, you are creating a sum variable and you are adding the value to this. So that means what, sum is 0 initially, right? Now when you are having sum is 0, now sum equal to sum plus I. Okay, so then initially sum value is 0, and what is value of I? Value of I is 1. Okay, so
1.
you are putting I is 1. Okay, so the sum is equal to 1. So now sum is 1, so the value of sum is 1. After that, what we're doing, you're just iterating the counter. So whatever the condition we are checking, as you can see, that is getting updated over here. Now I equal to I plus 1. That means what, initially I is 1, but now I is 2. Now I equal to 2, the body of while is completed, correct? The body of while loop is completed, so obviously it should go back and check the condition again. It will go back, now check, now I is 2, 2 is less than n, n is always 10, you are not updating n, n is always 10, yes. Now it will check 2, 2 less than 10, yes, come inside, then sum equal to sum plus I, right? So now again same thing, so now sum is 1 plus what is I is 2, right? Now I is 2, so this is 3. Okay, so now sum is 3. Now, but I is I plus 1, so I is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, right? Now it will go back and check 3 is less than 10, yes, come inside. Now what is sum? Sum is 3 plus 3. Okay, 6. Right? So sum is 6, but I is 3 plus 1. Okay, 4. Like that, it will keep on updating the value of I. Okay, just keep on updating the value of I. So till when I is 10, okay, when I is 10 less than or equal to is also fine. Okay, it will till 10 it will keep on adding. That means what? It is actually adding each all the numbers. So it is adding 1 plus 2, as you can see, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So it's adding till 10. Okay, so it's doing the sum of numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so after 10 I will be 11, so it will check 11 is less than or equal to 10, false. Then it will come back and print whatever the values we are having over here. So as you can see, the sum of 1 plus 1 to 10 is simple. What was that? N into n plus 1 by 2, right? Sum of n numbers. That means 10 into 11 by 2. 55. Okay, just shortcut. So as you can see, sum is 55. So here, as you can see, we are writing a condition. When you are writing a condition, the iterator is I, and you are also updating the iterator over here. Okay, so every time it updates, a new value of I is updating, and it is always checking with the condition. Only the condition is true, it is entering. And just to have a sum updated, you just created one variable called as sum, and you are adding every new number to the sum, and the count is getting updated. Okay, is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Pakka.
Hmm.
Okay. See, now here, as you see here, why did I use while loop? Because I don't have any sequence to iterate, right? I don't have any sequence to iterate. Okay, my iteration should stop when my value is greater than 10, because I just want to make the sum of first 10 numbers. That's why I want my condition to stop or fail after 10 iterations. So when you don't have any sequence, a fixed number of sequence to iterate, and when you have only a condition, right, then we will go for the while loop. So you can just remember, sequence, go for loop. If you have a specific condition, go for while loop. Okay. And now if you see over here, one more example, s equal to machine learning, I equal to 0. Okay, while I is less than length of s. Okay, while I is less than length of s, d equal to s of I, print d. See, what will be the length of s? The length of this string. Okay, let's say simply 20, for example. Okay, now I is less than length of s. That means, now what is I is less than length of s? What is I? I is 0. Less than, what is length? 20. 0 is less than 20. True. Enter inside. Now I am taking d equal to s of I. Okay, now what is s of I will be s of 0. Initial I is 0. Agree? Now what is s of 0? What will be s of 0 is?
M.
M. Okay, in this string first letter. Okay, then once we have that, what we are doing, we are updating I. Now I will be 1, right? Come inside, take s of 1. Okay, so usually small trick what people will use in while loop is they're updating the, they will updating the iterator, right? I is iterator. They'll use the same thing to catch the index also. This I have seen in many examples. Okay, so because I see, you have I, you have started with 0. Usually we will start with somewhere, let's say if you start with 0, and as you say, as we saw in while loop, obviously you should update the iterator, otherwise the condition will be always same and it will fall into infinite loop. So obviously in the, once you start the some variable and you have a while, okay, and then you will update this iterator somewhere, right? I equal to I plus something. Okay, you'll update the iterator, and after that what you are going to do, you are going to continuously check this. So ఆల్రెడీ యూఆర్ ఇటరేటింగ్, మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఐ అనే ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసి మనం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఎవ్రీ టైం మన ఐ అనేది మారుతుంటుంది 0 1 2 3. సో వీ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ యూజ్ ఐ ఇన్ సమ్ అదర్ ప్లేస్ ఆల్సో. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఐ అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తారు కాబట్టి ఐ వాల్యూ అనేది 0 1 2 3 ఇలా మారుతుంటుంది కాబట్టి ఇదే ఐని వేరే దగ్గర యూజ్ చేస్తారు, మోస్ట్లీ ఇండెక్సింగ్ దగ్గర. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఎస్ ఆఫ్ ఐ, సేమ్ ఐ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఇన్ ద ఫర్ ఇండెక్స్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, సో ఎస్ ఆఫ్ ఐ అనేది ఫస్ట్ 0 అవుతుంది. After that you are coming and taking updating it. Okay, then again you will this I will become 1 because you are updating. Then they are using the same I to catch the bring out second index, then again bring out third index. Like that they will iterate, keep on iterating. Okay, so that you are able to print this way. Okay, but ikkada if you see ikkada we already know, you already have a sequence, right? You already have a fixed sequence. So I can also simply do for I in S print S. This is not different. Okay. So what I should print I, right? See, for I in S print S, sorry, print I, then it is printing, you see, same value you got. Agree? Same value you got. So but for loop will be a bit easier. See, for loop you don't need to update the condition, there is no condition, and you don't need to update the condition and check it again and again, right? So that's why for loop is easier than while loop, right? Because if you see, you are getting the same result. Okay, but here you need to write a condition, then again you need to update the iterator, then again come and check the condition. So the loop will continue. But for loop it automatically has inbuilt, okay, code to loop through it. You just need to write the syntax for I in S. So that means it will obviously iterate through each character of this and will print. Okay, that is fine. So when you can do both same thing, when you can achieve both same thing from for loop and while loop, I would say go for for loop. Okay, that is simple, easy and understandable. But some cases, right, in some cases while loop will work better than for loop. Okay, because when you don't know, here you are having sequence, we call it sequence, you are looping. In some cases మీకు తెలియదు, sequence ఉండదు, you will just wait, you should just wait for a condition. Okay, you are just waiting for a condition. Only if that condition is true, then you should stop executing. So in that case for loop fail. Okay, it doesn't know when that condition will occur, right? So in that case you should definitely go for while loop. Okay, so in other cases mostly you will go for the for loop. Okay, is this example clear, guys? Just let me know if there are any questions about
Yes, sir. Clear.
clear pakka.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. But don't worry, once after this is, we are just covering the concepts individually, but once we cover the complete control flow, right? So I will show you many other examples also for each if else and again for and while loop, right? So I will show a few more examples. Okay, but this is for your concept understanding, because once you understand the concept, right, so then it will be interesting for you when we are seeing further more examples. Okay, but I hope that we understood the basic concept of while loop and for loop, right? So after that, what do we have? Yeah, we have transfer. Okay, see, we have seen this, okay, today for and while, right? Next thing is transfer control flow. In that we have break, we have continue, we have pass. Okay, now let's try to see that. Just to give you an idea, so we have break, continue, okay, pass. So I'll give you basic theory. Break will just break the sequence and come out of the sequence. Okay, if for example if you're having a for loop, you want to iterate through iterator, it is iterating fine, happy, but anywhere if it sees a break, it immediately breaks that execution, breaks that loop. That's why it's called break. It will just break that loop and it will come out of this. Once it says break, it will come out of this for loop. So wherever this for loop will end, right, the indentation at the same level, so it will come and execute that line. Okay, that's why it's called break. But for if you have somewhere continue, okay, continue means it will continue with the next item in the iterator. For example, if you have here A, B, C, D, okay, fine. And I'm saying if you are iterating with I, okay, for I in ABCD, you are saying this is a string, fine, it will take each item at a time. Okay, I'm again saying it will not take all ABCD at a time. This is a sequence, it will take first A, B, C, D. Okay, so if I'm just saying if I equal to C, I'm saying continue, just as example. Okay, that means only the CI in upward it will continue. That means what? For A, it will execute everything. B, it will execute everything. But for C, continue ante it will skip the execution for C and it will continue with the next item in the iterator. Ante D తీసుకొని it will execute again. ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఉన్నా కూడా it will execute again and again, but only for this value wherever it is seeing continue, that means it will skip this and continue with the next item. That is the meaning of continue. Break ante it will just break again, no turning back. Okay, బ్రేక్ తోని కొంచెం కేర్ఫుల్ ఎందుకు ఉండాలంటే ఒకసారి మన బ్రేక్ చూస్తే interpreter, it will just break that loop and come out and again there is no going back. Okay, it is no going back. Okay, it will just come out of this complete loop. Okay, this all the other it is same A B C D లో మీకు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ B దగ్గర బ్రేక్ వస్తే it will just ignore all the other items. Okay, it will just come out of this and it will execute whatever it is there after for loop. Okay, but all the items will be skipped. That's why it's called break. But continue low, only that particular item will be skipped and it will continue with the next items. There is no issue for next items, only this particular will have skipping. Pass is nothing. Okay, there is no much use with pass. It is just to in sometimes you don't want to, if you don't have any condition to write, you will just write pass. Okay, for example, if, okay, if score equal to 90%, I'm saying print super fantastic, I'll print. Okay, else అనేది యూజ్ చేస్తాను నేను, బట్ ఎల్స్ లో ఏం రాయాలో నాకు తెలియదు. Okay, I don't know at this stage. I did not decide what I want to write. In that case, for time being, we'll just write pass. Okay, because if you don't write anything in a condition, it will give error. So pass is just a placeholder. Okay, if you're not sure, if you don't know what to write, you will just write pass. Okay, fine. So we'll see examples, but let me know, is the concept theory part clear? Let me know if you're having any doubts, like in the break concept, continue concept, pass. Okay, great. The concept is clear. Let's see example. See, in Python, break and continue can alter the flow of normal loop. Okay, ఏదైతే ఫ్లో ఉంటుందో మనకి నార్మల్గా ఫర్ అనేది అదే అన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది నార్మల్గా, దట్ కెన్ ఆల్టర్. Loops iterate over a block of code until test expression is false, but sometimes we wish to terminate the current iteration and even the while loop without checking the test expression. Okay, loops will just iterate continuously based on condition, but sometimes we just want to terminate that or skip that. Okay, the break and continue are used in these cases. Okay, see, break. The break statement terminates the loop containing it. Control of the program to the statement immediately flows to the statement immediately after the body of loop. See, whenever it says break, the control will flow to the statement immediately after the body of the loop. So wherever that for loop will end, right, after that, whatever you are, then it will start with that. If the break statement is inside a nested loop, okay, if the break statement is inside a nested loop inside a loop, break will terminate the innermost loop. Okay, for example, if you're having a for, Okay, and again you are having a for, right? Then you are having a break over here inside the second loop, right? So only the second loop execution will be skipped. Okay, but it will not terminate the outer loop. Okay, for this we will see an example, don't worry, right? But wherever in which loop that particular break is happening, it will break only that loop. Okay, fine. So let's see an example. See, for example, when we are saying for val in string, okay, for some val in string, if val equal to I, okay, if val equal to I, so first if I just print val in string, what it will print? It will print string, right? It will print like this, right? string, right? See, if I print for val in string, if I print I, sorry, if I print val, what it will print? It will print continuously string in straight line, right? Hmm?
Character by character.
Huh?
Character by character it will print.
Correct. So it will print character by character. First it will print string. Okay. So first time the val will be s, next t, next ring. Right. So now it is taking, first time it is yes. Okay. When it is, if val equal to I, okay. So if it is equal to I, then you should break. That means it will enter inside if you are writing break, and to enter this, if the val should be I. Okay. If it is I, it will break. Okay. And then if not, then it will skip this if block, right? See, this if block is entered only if val equal to I. If it is not, then this if block will be skipped, and this whatever is present next, this print is that is executed. Okay, now just try to understand this part is the body of for loop. Okay, only these three lines, and this is outside the body of for loop. This will execute any time, there is no condition, right? So now if you see first, okay, for your better understanding, I will print val first. Okay, first it will enter, immediately it will print val. Okay, and then I'll also print breaking for, I want to print I. Okay, because once it comes inside, sorry, val, once inside this there will be some val, right? We'll see that. See, first it is entered here. Okay, and let's say I'm printing val. See, first it has it took s, then it is print, it is saying I am printing yes. Okay, after that it is checking this condition, if val equal to I, is val equal to I? No, val equal to s, s is not equal to I, so it will not enter into this if condition. Okay, then after that what it should do, for loop it should execute all the items in the string, next val equal to t, then it is printing I am printing t. Okay, then it will check t equal to I, no, then go back, take r, I am printing r, after that take I am printing I. Okay, that's fine, but now I equal to I, true. If it is true, it will enter inside. Once it is entered inside, it is saying I am breaking for, okay, I am breaking for, what is val now? Val is I, that's why it is entered, right? So it is printing the breaking for I, it is printed. So once it has seen breaking break, after that, after printing what I'm writing break. Okay, the moment it see break over, it will just come out of this loop. Okay, this for loop where it is ending. Okay, here it is ending at this line, it will just come out of this, and whatever you have outside this for loop, it will print that. Okay, now it is printing the end. Okay, so the after I, whatever you have n and g, okay, that got skipped, you cannot see n and g over here, right? So wherever, so that's the reason, wherever you want that to be break, so you will put a condition over there and you will write a break. Is this clear, guys? That small example? No?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Okay, that's an example. But if you see the continue example, it's simple. So continue is used to skip the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration only. Okay, it will skip the rest of the code for the only current iteration. The loop does not terminate but continues on with the next iteration. Same thing. So if you see for value in string, if val equal to I, okay, same thing it happens. Okay, first it will take s r st r. Okay, for example, just copy this and give you continue. Okay, now it will print everything, but whenever it sees I, okay, whenever the value equal to I, it will enter inside. Okay, and continuing for when it says continue, it will skip the rest of the code. Okay, it will skip the rest of the code and it will go for C. If you see, observe carefully, or let me write inside if outside. Okay, see, observe carefully. What for S, initially it is S. Okay, then it has printed. Okay, just see for your understanding. Let me also do some beautification. Yeah, see, initially for S, it took S. I'm printing S. Done. I'm printing S. After that, if value equal to I, will it enter the loop? No, because value is S. It will not enter the loop. So this if condition, this whole if condition is skipped. Okay, then what it will do after that, it will execute what all it is there in after this if, because observe this, both the prints are also inside for loop. This whole thing is the for body, right? Then what you have over here, you have print outside if, you are printing outside if, then we are printing this border. Fine. After that, go back and take the next item, t also not equal to I, it is printing. Okay, next r, it's printing. But for I, if you see, first it is printing, I'm printing I. Okay, after that I value equal to I, yes, it will come inside and it is saying I'm continuing for I. Okay, agree? After that, if you see, it has seen continue. The moment it has seen continue, the moment it has seen continue, see, observe carefully what happened. The moment it saw continue, here if you see, it will skip the rest of the code, okay, inside a loop for that iteration only. This is important. It is skip the rest of the code. It will skip complete code. Okay, that's why I have written one inside this if loop for you to understand, and one outside this if loop. Okay, but as you can see, it did not print both. After this print continue, okay, after this print continue, for example, if I write some, if let's see, if I put hash, see, after printing hash, here it has entered I'm continue. After printing hash, it has seen continue. The moment it saw continue, it will skip the rest of the code. Okay, complete rest of the code it will skip. That means it will not print this line. So as you can see, it will not print this line, or it will not print the line of like outside this if condition, right? It will not print anything. That means the moment it saw it continue, it will immediately jump to the next item in the iterator. Okay, that's why after if you see continuing for I, it immediately went to n and then it is printing n. Okay, so don't think it will only skip the if condition and it will again print this. No, the moment it saw continue, all this whatever you have below continue, just forget about that. Go to next item. Okay, so if it is break, the moment it see break, just come out of this for loop. Skip all other iterators also. Skip all other functions or whatever the code inside for loop, and also all other items, remaining items in the iterator also it will skip when you have break. But in continue, the moment it say continue, it will skip the rest of the code in that particular loop only for that iterator, only for that I. But for n, again everything goes normally. For n, as you can see, it is printing n. Okay, it is printing n. Then obviously it will not enter this for n. Then what it will print? It will print outside if, then it will print this. For g also, it will print. Okay, it will print. Okay, after this, the whole After G, the whole iteration is done for this for loop. Everything is done. Then obviously it should print the end. Okay, it is printing the end. Okay. So for continue, only that will be skipped. The rest of the code will be skipped and the remaining will be printed. Okay. So again, if I show you for a simple C for I in C A B C D E F, just to give a small example. If see, I'm saying if I equal to simply I'm saying C so that you understand. Continue or else I just want to print I. Okay, this you can simply understand. See, I'm simply printing A printed, B printed, but if it is C, I said continue. That means key got skipped. Next, continue with the remaining D printed, E printed, F printed. Okay, only C got skipped. Clear? But if I say same thing, simple example with break. Okay, the moment you see C, see first A printed, okay, B printed. The moment it saw C, it will enter inside this break. Okay, once it see, all other are skipped. You cannot see anything later. Okay, I think this should be a good example for you just to understand the actual concept. So when it is break, just break and skip all other items. But if it is continue, only skip that particular value. So only C is skipped over here and remaining is as usual. Okay. Are we good, guys? Are we good with the code for break and continue?
Yes, sir.
Clear, right? Cool. So yeah, so that is examples for break and continue. And after that, as I said, yeah, pass, right? So pass is like just it's like a placeholder. For example, if I say, as I said, like if I'm saying a equal to, okay, some example 10. Okay, if a equal to 10, I'm saying print good morning. Okay, but I'm saying else, if I say else, right, and if I just execute, it will give you an error. Sorry, yeah. So if I say else, it will give an error because see, my aim is to use both if and else. Okay, my aim is to use both if and else, right? But I don't know what to write in the else. Okay, later I will know, but as of now I don't know what I will write, what I want to write in the else. So that's why as of now I just write pass. Okay, then it will run, no issues. Okay, it's just like a placeholder. Okay, if you're creating else, and see, you can think that okay, why to write else if you don't have anything, why to write else? Okay, that also works fine. Okay, fine. But sometimes you definitely want to write else, but initially you are you don't know what to write, but after few iterations, let's say you will come back and change this else. Okay, but you definitely want to use else. Okay, so in that case you can just use it as a placeholder, and that will be not giving any errors. Okay, or else if you just give else, that's going to give you the error. Okay, that is the only purpose of pass. It does not have any logic or iterations or something like that stuff. Okay, but this is a main concept I just want to tell you guys. As you can see, so we have seen today the nested for loop, and we have seen the while loop, which is work only based upon a condition. Okay, and then we have seen the break, which will just break the flow. Continue, it will only skip for that particular iteration. Pass is just like a holder. Okay, and for we have seen like the execution and what's the nested for loop we have seen, right? So if we have seen the basic condition and if elif, okay, check multiple conditions, and if elif else, okay, else is like default. If nothing works in if elif, it will go for the else condition. Okay, so these are the major concepts in the flow control. Okay, but if you are good with this, I think you will be very good in Python, because Python is mostly consisting of these loops itself, right? So I hope theory and code is good for everyone, right? So I recommend for you to solve few examples, okay, from the sites I have mentioned. Tomorrow we are going to see. So I hope that theory part is clear, right? So tomorrow we will see few examples for each one of these okay functions. then I think we will be good. But I strongly recommend. No, no, I'm not a teacher, guys. I'm just a coach. Okay, but thanks, Arisha. Okay, fine. So I would say I strongly recommend you to, go through the class once again, or any blog to, okay, for better understanding or more understanding, right? So you can go through the class again, but make sure that you are good with these concepts, because tomorrow when we are discussing many examples, right? So please be attentive, please be interactive, okay? And please start giving answers, okay? Fine. So, can I get a yes for today? If we are good with theory and code, or if you have any doubts, let me know.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, clear. Okay. So Sirisha, I think Sirisha is having some doubts. She is not saying.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, okay, fine. Then I hope we are good, guys. So fine. Let's meet tomorrow and see. So try to solve some problems. Okay. And after that, we are going to start. So once we have knowledge on this, right? So now we can understand each data type in a better way. Okay, because now once we start understanding list, for example, and if I say for I in list, and if I'm doing some manipulations on list item, so then you should be in a better position to understand how this loop is working, or how each item we are iterating in dictionary, how we are accessing key and value pairs, right? So wherever you go, we will always use loops in one way or other way. So that's the reason I wanted to cover this control flow loops concept first. So once we are good with this, then after solving few problems, right, so we are going to check each data type in detail and what are its inbuilt methods. Okay, once we are good with data types, I mean control flow, that means these concepts and data types understanding, then these are the foundation, guys. So once you are good with that, then we can understand further concepts easily. Okay, yeah, so that's all today from my end. I hope we are good. If there are no doubts, let's meet tomorrow, guys. Okay, chalo, thanks, guys, bye.